So you're buying a new pair of wheels and don't know where to start? Here's your buying guide from wheels that start at below $500 or euro to 4,000 euro and everything you need to know about Princeton CarbonWorks wheels. Let's go! First question that you need to ask yourself is, what are you trying to get when buying a new pair of wheels? Is it just a lighter bike? Is it the stiffness? Do you want an all-around wheel and now you have a really deep section wheel, or a low profile wheel, or it's just aesthetics? So that's the first question that you need to ask yourself when buying a new set of wheels. And the second question that you need to ask yourself is, how much money do you want to spend? There's a really wide spread of wheels available, so from a couple of $100 to I don't know how many $1,000 or euro. So yeah, it's important to know how much do you want to spend and then buy within your budget. And the third question that you need to know is, how much do you weigh with the bike? Because some of the lighter wheels are only available to lighter riders, so there's a weight limit, and yeah, some of you that are a little bit heavier won't be able to buy the lightest possible wheels. So that's just something that you need to keep in mind. Now let's go to some of the specifications that you guys can look for when buying a new set of wheels. If you're upgrading for an OEM wheel, just look for these specifications that I'm about to tell you. So one thing is, look for wheels that are below 1,600 grams, maybe just a couple of grams below, it doesn't really matter. But if you want better wheels that are on your bike, especially on the bikes that cost to up around 4,000 to 5,000 euro, those wheels will be better than what you have on your bike. Then you need to look at the service. So what kind of spokes you have on. If the spokes are proprietary to those wheels, maybe it will be harder to get if something goes wrong, so that's another thing. So the service of those wheels and the hubs. The lighter, the more complex the hubs are, the harder it will be to change everything at your local service, and then it depends on the retailer that you're buying the wheels from. Here at our shop, if there's a local rider, we usually just lend them a different set of wheels if their wheels are in for a service, so that he can ride for the next, I don't know, maybe 1 week, 14 days. Another thing to consider when buying a new set of wheels is, what kind of rider are you? If you want more endurance wheels or gravel wheels, then look for the width of the rim to be wider, so the inner rim wider than 22 millimeters or wider, and the outer rim to be wider than probably around 30 millimeters. So those wheels are at least 28 millimeters and wider, because those wheels will be better if you put on wider set of tires, so that's 32 millimeters and even higher, up to 40, 42. So the wider the rim, the better the tire will fit on that rim, especially if you put wider tire on. So if you want to use those wheels for road bike and gravel bike, that's just something to consider, that you're buying a wider set of wheels than just like a normal set of wheels. So now let's just start with the buying guide for the wheels up to $500 or euros. The wheels that I've also ridden are Fulcrum Racing Force or Racing Quattro. I think for probably around $300 are one of the best wheels to invest in. So yeah, that's the only wheel that I know that's in that price range that it's really good. Maybe you can go for Racing Trees as well. Those are more of a $500 to $600 range. Those are the wheels that I would go for. Then from 500 to 1,000 euro dollars, it's also from Fulcrum, so it's Racing Zeros, probably a bulletproof wheel. Yeah, you put it on the bike and just leave it there. You change the bikes and you take those wheels on the new bike and you put those wheels on the new bike. So yeah, those are the wheels. They're low profile wheels, but in my opinion, one of the best wheels on the market. Then the price point from 1,000 to 1,500 euro. I think this price point is the most difficult to choose a wheel from. because even some wheels that are in this price range aren't really good. I rode one that I wouldn't spend 200 euro for those wheels. They looked really good, but the feeling on the bike was really bad. The wheels that I really like are these ones, Fulcrum winds, so 42s or 57s. Really good set of wheels for a little bit more than $1,000 or euros. What I like with this wheel is, regarding the weight, it's just below 1,600 grams, but it doesn't have holes here, so it's a little bit stiffer, and for every rider that's a little bit heavier or stronger, yeah, this is probably the wheel to go for. Then you have Elite wheels, which are really good, especially they're really light. And then you have some other companies like Mickey and Vision, which I don't know, so I cannot really talk about those wheels. DT Swiss have some good offerings in that price range as well. So these are the wheels that I can recommend you guys. There are a lot of Chinese wheels and some other brands that I don't know, so I cannot really say anything. Then we have the wheels from 1,500 to $2,000 or euro. The wheels that I'm really excited about are the Nich Silk Road 5.5 wheels and 3.8. Depends on if you're more of a climber or you're again more of an all-arounder. I like the 5.5s, which are 52, 57 millimeters profile wheels. Those are the wheels that I really like. They're around 1,900 euro or dollars. Then the wheels that I also rode were from Envy. I think they are 5.6 SES. Not sure what's the if yeah, they're still the same. I rode them 2-3 years ago. Those wheels are really good. And other than that, the customers here, they really like the Campagnolo VTOs as well. So those are kind of the wheels in this price range that I would recommend, that I know a lot of cyclists are using and they're happy with those wheels. Then we have and also you have Delta Swiss 1100s. Those wheels are also really good. I haven't ridden them, but we have a couple of customers that rides them, and yeah, they say all the good things about those wheels. The wheels that I wouldn't recommend in this price range, and I know a lot of you guys are riding them, are the Dura Ace wheels. In my opinion, the worst wheels for this kind of money. I think all of these wheels that I mentioned are better than the Dura Ace wheels. So yeah, just my opinion, but yeah, you guys know the drill. From 2,000 to 3,000 euro, I don't really have one recommendation. I haven't ridden any other wheels, so yeah, I cannot really say. And then we have the 3,000 euro or dollars wheels and up. Here I'm gonna start with the Princeton CarbonWorks wheels. Here's the buying guide for if you want to buy like the luxury item, one wheels that yeah, you're just gonna smile about when you see them. It's the Princeton CarbonWorks wheels. And I must say one thing, that from wheels from 1,000 euro to 3,000 euro, you spend a lot of money and you get little benefits from those wheels. So if you want to spend a lot of money and you want the best of the best, go with Princeton CarbonWorks wheels, TR01 hubs, and then just pick your model, which I'm gonna go through right now. So first are low profile wheels, Alta's 3532s. If you watch the Catalunya race in 2025, so it just ended a couple of days ago. Bernal rode them on his Dogma F, one of the lightest wheels on the market that are really stiff and really good for climbing and windy conditions. Not really good for straights and high speeds, but for wind and climbs, those wheels are below 1,000 grams if you're buying tubulars. I think clinchers are around 1,080 grams. So really light wheels for climbers. So then you have the grids 4540s. These are wider rims, so if you have a gravel bike or if you have a, I don't know, endurance bike, these wheels are really good. We sold quite a lot of them, and to riders that ride quite a lot, and yeah, they didn't have any problems with those wheels. And also at the end of the video I will give you guys some screenshots of our customers, what they said about the wheels. Especially this is from one customer that bought a lot of wheels from us, and yeah, we're really grateful. And you guys will see what he wrote depending on the wheels that he has. Then we have the Peak 4550s. These are probably the best all-around wheels with Tactic TR01 hubs. They come at around 1270-80 grams, so really light, and for all conditions. Good in the wind, good for climbing, good at high speeds. So this is like these are the most versatile wheels from Princeton. Then you have the Duals 5550s. These are again a little bit wider, so if you have an endurance bike or maybe a gravel bike, racing gravel bike, these are the wheels to go to. Then we have our bestseller Wake 6560s. I think these are the wheels that most of Princeton buyers I think get, especially in our shop. Yeah, I guess we're all speed addicts, so we want to have those wheels on with Tactic TR01 hubs. They come at around 1380 grams, so really light for this height of wheels. Yeah, and they spin really good. I tested them, I rode them for a couple of months, and probably the best wheels to buy. Maybe I can mention here Nich Silk Roads 5.5s are the closest wheels to Wake 6560s that I've ridden, and they are almost half the price. So yeah, if you want the same weight wheels, almost the same depth, but not as stiff, you can look for Silk Road 5.5s. And then we have the Max 7580s. Those wheels I wouldn't really recommend for a road bike, but I would recommend it for triathletes or time trial bikes, maybe some road bikes that do a lot of criteriums and really high speeds. Then those are one wheels also to get, and yeah, with those high profile wheels the bike will look really good. So with Princeton CarbonWorks wheels on all of the rims you have lifetime warranty, and then you have a lot of options with the colors and with the hubs. The hubs that we sell the most are White Industries, which are really easy to maintain, and then you have the TR01 hubs, which are really light, 215 grams for front and rear hub, which is yeah, extremely light. And what we like with the Princeton CarbonWorks wheels is they come with Sapim X-ray spokes, which are widely available almost in every country. You can probably get the spokes really easily. Yeah, though those are just from the service point of view, that's really good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions regarding the wheels, let me know, and till next time, let's ride.